Being able to come to work knowing that what your job is to protect the people and the communities around you means a lot. Peak Alarm's been around since 1969. Jerry Howe founded it, an individual here in Utah. He and his family have always owned Peak Alarm. Normally I come into a company, and if you've been there for 3 or 5 years, you've been there for a long time. When I was interviewing, I was talking to Jerry Howe, and he of course had been here for, at that time, about 45 years. And it just really dawned on me that this is truly a family business, that they care about families who work for them, and they care about the families they're protecting. And it just felt like a natural fit. Jerry Howe at one time heard of a customer who had been paying us for years, overpaid. It was simply, all right, well, make sure you get him the $50,000 back and please pay him interest. That spoke volumes. It's just who Jerry Howe was. He always did the right thing.
The culture at Peak Alarm is really what kept me here the longest. It is a family company. It was the whole time has been that way. Even since the acquisition by Pye-Barker, we are still the same group we've always been. It's always been a really tight-knit group, and just being that family-oriented business, it was ran that way. Everybody was treated that way. So we try to keep that vibe with all of our employees, and that is something we've absolutely, I think we've really succeeded in here.
I've always enjoyed that, we do meaningful work and we're helping people, protecting people's property and lives, and so I've always found it very rewarding.
I remember growing up, and every November, my dad would call Jerry Howe and say, hey, Jerry, I want to buy your business. And Jerry Howe would say, hey, Rod, I want to buy your business. And they would have this friendly banter every November saying, hey, I want to buy your business. We just became fast friends, and we would meet up a couple times a year and talk about best practices and what they were working on, and we'd talk about what we were working on. And then ultimately, it came time for the Howe family to make a decision with the family business. And it was really natural for them to call Pye-Barker. And a lot of it was they watched what we did at Mountain Alarm.
There's always concerns when you're selling and it's going to be something new, but there was a lot of excitement. And I think for Peak selling to Pye-Barker and becoming that team, it was probably easier transition for us than a lot of the other ones because we already had that really close relationship with the Mountain Alarm team.
We've had team members here that have worked for Peak Alarm for decades. So when it was time to sell, naturally we were concerned of how they would be treated and how their careers would continue. And I'm very happy to state that every single one of my employees was offered a job with Pye-Barker, chances for more training, chances for promotion that would take them to a national level instead of just the state of Utah level.
I love being with people. I like working with people. I like helping people achieve their potential. I like looking at a problem and working with a team, figuring out how to solve that problem. What we do is important.
As Peak Alarm becomes Pye-Barker, what I hope for my team is that they continue to feel that every day that they come into work, they still make a difference, that they are helping their customers keep safe from fires, from burgs. The opportunities for my employees continue to grow. And that's a wonderful chance for them.